Right now, somewhere on the internet, someone is holding a blowtorch up to their car's plastic trim. They saw it on a viral video. They think it's going to fix the faded, chalky gray bumper that's been embarrassing them for years. And in about 30 seconds, they are going to permanently destroy one of the most expensive exterior panels on their vehicle. Don't be that person, because I'm about to show you what actually works. A two-step chemical process that costs less than $1, takes 4 minutes to apply, and turns dead, oxidized, chalky gray plastic into a rich, deep, factory gloss black that looks like it just rolled off the dealership lot. No heat, no risk, no replacement parts, just chemistry. And the auto parts industry is absolutely furious that you're watching this right now. Welcome to the Buried Blueprint. I'm glad you found this channel, because what gets exposed here doesn't survive long before the wrong people start paying attention. If you're new here and you care about what corporations and viral internet culture are hiding from you to protect their bottom line, hit subscribe and smash that bell right now. Every single video on this channel is a blueprint they buried, and today's blueprint could save you $500 before the weekend is over. Now let's talk about the blowtorch trend, because this needs to stop immediately. You've seen the videos. They rack up millions of views. Some guy waves a heat gun or a butane torch over faded plastic trim, and within seconds the gray disappears and the plastic looks jet black. The comments are flooded. People are losing their minds. It looks like a miracle. It is not a miracle. It is destruction in slow motion, and here is exactly what is happening at the molecular level when you do it. Plastic trim is made from a polymer called TPO, thermoplastic olefin, or ABS, acrylonitrile butadiene styrene. These polymers contain a network of carbon chains that hold oils, UV stabilizers, and pigments locked inside the material. That deep black color you see on factory fresh trim, that is not paint. That is the natural color of those polymer chains when they are fully hydrated and intact. When the sun hits your car every single day for years, ultraviolet radiation breaks down the surface layer of those polymer chains. The oils evaporate, the UV stabilizers get cooked off. What you're left with is a dry, cracked, oxidized crust on the surface. That gray, chalky, powdery look, that is dead polymer. It is the plastic equivalent of a dried out, cracked piece of wood that's been sitting in the desert for a decade. Now, here is what the heat gun is actually doing, and pay close attention because this is the part the auto parts industry does not want you to understand. When you apply a heat gun or a blowtorch to that already damaged plastic, you are boiling the surface. The remaining oils that are still trapped deep inside the material get violently forced to the surface all at once by the heat. And yes, for about 48 hours, maybe a week, the plastic looks dark and glossy. People film the video, it goes viral, and everyone celebrates. But what you have just done is cooked off the last remaining oils in that plastic permanently. You've accelerated the oxidation process by months, maybe years, in a single pass. The UV stabilizers that were still present? Gone. Burned off. The polymer matrix on the surface has been physically melted and resolidified in a compromised state. It is now brittle. It is now accelerated in its dry rot. And within 2 to 4 weeks, that plastic is going to turn gray again, but this time it's going to be worse than before. More textured, more damaged, more brittle. And no amount of heat gun passes is going to fix it after that, because there is nothing left to pull to the surface. At that point, you are going to the dealership. You are ordering a replacement bumper cover, a replacement mirror housing, a replacement cowl panel, and you are spending anywhere from $200 to $800 on a single piece of plastic that you destroyed yourself trying to save money. The dealerships know about these videos, the auto parts retailers know about these videos, and none of them are in any hurry to make them disappear, because the end of those viral videos is a customer with a ruined car walking into their store with a credit card. Think about that for a second. But watch closely what happens next, because the real solution is almost embarrassingly simple. It has been sitting on the shelves of your grocery store and your pharmacy for decades. No patent, no markup. No proprietary formula, just straightforward chemistry that works with the plastic instead of against it, and it costs less than $1 when you already have both items at home, which most of you do right now. Before I give you the exact formula, I need to tell you something important. This video is just one layer of what's been buried. There are dozens of these solutions across every category of home repair, survival preparation, and automotive maintenance. Cheap, unpatentable, corporate-suppressed fixes that work better than the expensive products being sold to you. Every single one of them is documented in the Complete Buried Blueprint Vault. The link is in the description right now. Guides on rust elimination, mold treatment, wood rot reversal, fuel efficiency, structural waterproofing, all of it. built from verified chemistry and suppressed historical methods. Go check that link after this video. But stay right here, because exactly how you apply this two-step process changes everything, and sequence matters more than anything. Here is the reveal. 2 ingredients. That is it. Number 1. 70% isopropyl alcohol. Not 60%, not 91%, 70%. You can find it at any pharmacy or grocery store for under $2 for a large bottle. This is your cleaner and your stripper. Number 2. Pure mineral oil. You might know it as baby oil. Look at the back of any bottle of baby oil at the store, and the first ingredient listed will be mineral oil. A small bottle costs $1, sometimes less. This is your conditioner and your restorer. Now here is the science, because understanding this is what separates people who do it right from people who do it once and wonder why it didn't last. The 70% isopropyl alcohol is a solvent. When you apply it to the surface of oxidized plastic, it chemically dissolves and lifts the dead oxidation crust sitting on top of the polymer. That white, chalky, powdery layer that makes the plastic look gray is not the plastic itself. It is a layer of degraded material sitting on top of your actual, still salvageable plastic. The alcohol strips that layer off completely, cleanly, safely. It does not damage the underlying polymer. It does not add heat. It does not force anything. It removes the dead material and exposes the raw, porous surface of the plastic underneath, which is now ready to absorb. This is where the mineral oil comes in. And here is the part that is genuinely brilliant from a chemistry standpoint. Plastic trim is a petroleum-derived product. The polymer chains that make up your bumper, your mirror housings, your door trim, they are made from the same family of carbon-based compounds as mineral oil. Mineral oil is a lightweight petroleum distillate. When you massage it into the now clean, porous surface of the plastic, it is not coating the surface from the outside like a wax or a dye. It is being absorbed directly into the pores of the polymer. The carbon-based oil molecules are literally filling in the gaps left by the oils that evaporated over the years. They rehydrate the polymer chains from the inside. The deep black color that returns is not a coating. It is the natural color of the polymer being expressed again because the material is no longer dried out and oxidized. The oil also provides a degree of UV protection going forward by keeping the surface from drying out as quickly in the sun. This is not a temporary cosmetic fix. This is actual restoration chemistry. And it lasts for months, not days. Now, let's get into the exact process, step by step, because the sequence and the technique matter. Step 1. Never, under any circumstances, use a heat gun, a blowtorch, or any heat source on your plastic trim. This step is simply a reminder before you begin. Set that heat gun down and put it away. It belongs nowhere near this process. Step 2. Pour some 70% isopropyl alcohol onto a clean microfiber cloth or a cotton rag. You do not need to dilute it. Use it straight from the bottle. Apply the alcohol-soaked cloth to the gray plastic and scrub firmly. You are not wiping gently. You are scrubbing with real pressure to physically break up and lift the dead oxidation crust. You will likely see the cloth turning gray or white as you work. That is the dead material coming off. Keep scrubbing until the cloth is picking up less and less gray residue. On most trim pieces, this takes about 60 to 90 seconds of real effort per section. Step 3. After scrubbing, let the plastic air dry for 30 seconds. The alcohol evaporates almost instantly at room temperature. You want the surface fully dry before you move to the next step. Do not rush this. 30 seconds is all you need. Step 4. Apply 3 to 5 drops of pure mineral oil, or plain baby oil, to a fresh, clean microfiber cloth. Do not pour it directly onto the trim. You want it on the cloth. Now press the cloth firmly against the plastic and massage the oil in using circular motions. Work in small sections. Apply consistent pressure so the oil is being pushed into the pores of the surface, not just smeared across the top. You will see the deep black color returning almost immediately as the oil penetrates. It is genuinely satisfying. Continue massaging for about 30 to 45 seconds per section. Step 5. Once you've worked the oil into the plastic, use a second clean, dry microfiber cloth to wipe away any excess oil sitting on the surface. You want the oil inside the plastic, not pooled on top of it. A light wipe is all it takes. Do not scrub. Just remove the surface excess and leave the absorbed oil to do its work. That is the entire process. 2 products, 2 steps, 4 minutes on any trim piece, done. One important safety note. Isopropyl alcohol is flammable. Keep it away from open flames while you are working. Work in a ventilated area. Do not apply this near anything hot. The mineral oil poses no safety hazard whatsoever, but the alcohol deserves basic respect during application. Now, let's talk about the number you actually care about. The isopropyl alcohol, if you don't already have it at home, costs about $2 for a bottle that will last you years of this application. The mineral oil, or baby oil, costs about $1. Total investment to restore every single piece of plastic trim on your entire vehicle, $3 maximum, maybe less. A dealership replacement bumper cover for a mid-size sedan runs between $300 and $600 for the part alone before labor. A mirror housing is anywhere from $100 to $300. A front cowl panel can run $200 and up. If you have already torch hacked your trim and it has already gone brittle and cracked, you are looking at a real parts bill, and the dealership is very much counting on that. The auto parts stores that sell you plastic restorer sprays at $14 a can, products that contain mostly mineral oil and silicone in a proprietary formula that wears off in 2 weeks, they are counting on you not knowing that the mineral oil alone from the pharmacy aisle outperforms them by a wide margin. This is not a hack, this is not a trick, this is the actual chemistry, and they have been banking on you never connecting these two dots. The industry prays every single morning that people keep watching Blowtorch videos instead of this one, because as long as that trend stays alive, the replacement parts keep moving, the proprietary restorer cans keep selling, and nobody asks why a $1 solution performs better than everything on the shelf. Now you know, and what you do with this information is up to you. If this video just saved you money or stopped you from making a very expensive mistake, hit that subscribe button right now and share this video with anyone who owns a car with faded trim. That is how this kind of knowledge survives. That is how we keep it from getting buried again. Every share keeps this channel going and keeps the next blueprint alive. Speaking of which, the next blueprint opens soon, and what's inside is